Good morning. Welcome to the Long Live Alternative Parties podcast. Free Press Media Press Inc., an alternative parties books publisher, sponsors this podcast. I'm Andrew Bouchard.
Welcome to Long Live Alternative Parties podcast. Today, friends, we have another exciting guest on our podcast. His name is Dr. Frederick Newsom, and he started a political party, so he's going to talk to us about that. So welcome to the podcast, Dr. Newsom.
Oh, thank you, Andrew. It's good to be here. Thank you.
If we can get started by you giving us an introduction to yourself, a brief biographical sketch, please.
Okay, my name is Dr. Frederick Newsom. I'm the state and national chairman of the Newsom Party. I've been in politics for quite a while. I ran in several elections, and I felt it was time for me to start my own political party after everything I've seen running in different elections and saw the foolery, the trickery. I said it's time for a change.
Oh, good. So when did you start this political party?
I actually started in 2011, and then I started in 2011, and then I revisited it in, I think, 2022, 2023.
Okay.
And now we're in the state of Maryland. It's one of Maryland's new political parties, but we have a pretty good foothold in Maryland, so we're looking to do some great things here and bring forth legislation from the party.
Sounds good. So kindly give us an overview of your platform. What are some of the big planks of your platform?
Okay, so with our platform, the Newsom Party is a party of righteousness. So basically what that means is your ethics, your outline, your standards have to be standards that's conducive to what we look for. In other words, the party of righteousness means you have to want to do things right. Different political parties I've seen, agenda is not to do things right. And that's where the Newsom Party differ from every other party, is because that's our gold standard. Either you do things right or you cannot be a part of this party. And that I've seen too much go on in politics and too much go on with politicians. And that's our number one format, is staying of a righteous standard. And if people can't do it, then that Newsom Party is not for them. So we're looking for those people who have a mindset of doing right. Democratic Party, Republican Party, those are basically what I say people parties, because they need people to keep it running. Newsom Party, we set standards. We want you to come up to our standards. So that's the difference between us. Democrat and Republican need people. We need standards. If they come to us with good standards, yeah, we want them. If they don't, no, we're not interested in having them.
Okay, so it's more of a party about how you do it rather than getting into all the details about the different platform planks.
Right. Basically, say for instance, just an example, Andrew, say with we're going to work on different legislation, but say just for an example, the police, they should follow a standard, Constitution, whether state, national, federal, they should follow a standard, but they don't. We see this oftentimes and too many times. Well, see, those individuals could not be a part of the Newsom Party. Because if you don't want to uphold judges, if they don't follow their standard, their outlines, they can't be lawyers. It doesn't matter who you are. If that standard or outline you can't follow, if you can't respect people's constitutional rights, then Newsom Party is not for them. And when I say righteousness, that's what I mean. There's laws on the books, there's laws in the land that we anticipate people to adhere to. If they don't, then this is not for them. This is not for them.
So how are you vetting people who apply to the party? Do you do background checks and the like for them? Or how are you determining whether they are a good fit for the party?
We don't vet people that want to be a part of the party because we can't necessarily stop them from, if they want to register and be a part of the party, they can do that. We can't kick them out. But as far as anybody that want to run for a political office in the party, we can vet them. We can vet them to make sure the people that are running for the party is of the quality and standard we're looking for. Because there's many people that run for political office that have done some dastardly evil things, and we don't want them. Yeah, so we're not interested in them at all. There's no agenda for us for them. So, and that's why we do vet those that want to run for office. We can't prevent anybody from joining the party, but we can not endorse individuals who want to run for office who don't have that standard that we're looking for.
Okay. So your party got registered with the state of Maryland?
Right, yes.
Oh, good. How did that go? Was it a hard process, or were you able to do it pretty easily?
No, the process was fairly easy. Basically, the outline with the party is you have to bring something different to the table than other parties. If you bring the same thing as other parties are, then they won't even look at you as a separate party. You have to show where what you're doing is different than everybody else. And like I said, our platform is coming with a righteous standard. And that was enough for them to say, okay, Newsom Party is established in Maryland now. Basically, right now, all we have to do is get 10,000 signatures to get the Newsom Party on the ballot, which would be major. Newsom Party get on the ballot for the 2024 election. That's a game changer for the entire country.
Sure. So the righteous standard, where does that come from? Some people might say it comes from our Creator or Christianity or nature. Where does that come from in your view?
Well, actually, it comes from all the above you mentioned, because I actually take it back to the Garden of Eden, right?
Okay.
When let's say Adam and Eve bit from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. So from that point forward, all of us have somewhat knowledge of good and evil.
Yep.
So we say choose the good and not the evil. That's our standard. We say choose the good, not the evil. People have an opportunity to lie or tell the truth. We tell you to tell the truth. So that's our standard. So with that being the case, we take it all the way back to the beginning. Whereas, do people have to be Christians? No. Do they have to be, Methodist, Presbyterian? No. They just have to have a standard of righteousness. That's all. We're not looking at religion, denomination, race, creed. We're not looking at none of that. We just they have to have the attitude and the outline of wanting to do things right. And that's basically taking it to God, nature, everything you can imagine, because even nature functions right. Trees don't grow inside the ground, they grow outside the ground. So that's the right way for a tree to grow. So clouds don't grow under the earth, they grow above the earth. That's the right way for the clouds to grow. So we follow the same format. Just want to do it right. That's the bottom line. Just want to do it right, and you're good with us.
Okay. So if somebody wants to join your party and they are, I remember you saying earlier, you can't stop them from joining the party per se, yet if they want to run for office with you, they do have to meet your standard. So if somebody did want to run for office as a part of the Newsom Party, would you appoint them or would you elect them like other political parties do? Is your structure of selecting candidates different than other parties? Is it by voting like other? How does it go?
Well, what we would do is if they want to run under our format, we would vet them to make sure their standards are with our standards. And then if they are, then the party actually will back and push them. We'll help push them and help them with resources, help them with different things to make sure they win elections. Because like I said, I've been in the political arena for quite a while. And I ran different elections, and I learned everything from the inside out because I want to know how the inner workings work. And that being the case, I know very well how the inside of it works. And our candidates would have the best opportunities and options to win pretty much any election they'd be a part of, just because of the knowledge that I have from being on the inside and knowing how the political process works, how the campaign process works. So the individuals that is part of our party that want to run for office will have a huge advantage, let's say, as compared to the Democratic Party. Well, you can sign up for an office, but you're pretty much on your own. Republican Party, you can pretty much sign up to run for an office, but you're pretty much on your own. The Newsom Party, the party backs you. We back you, we push you, we help guide you. So we do everything that no other party wants to do or willing to do, but we do that to make sure you're successful. Because if you're successful, we're successful. And that. So they're not out. The candidates are not out there by themselves. With Newsom Party, everything's a team effort.
Okay, sounds good. So you said you've been involved in the political process. In what capacity were you involved in?
Well, I ran for several different positions in Maryland. I ran for House of Delegate. I ran for House of Delegate a couple of times. I ran for Mayor of Baltimore. I helped a friend of mine run for governor of Maryland, and it just seeing how be honest with you, Andy, just seeing how so many people tried to rig the election and tried to find ways for them to win, and the evil things they did to try to win. It just had the opportunity to open my eyes to a lot of things that they're doing so unethically and immorally and illegal that this was the best way for us to format it. Is to start our own political party, and then that way we set the whole stage for everything.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Sure. So you do believe that if you do the right thing with your party, you're going to prevail in the end, where some people are cynical and they think you have to cut corners to succeed, but you don't think that way, right?
Oh, no. In actuality, if everybody actually did things right, you would never have to cut a corner. But you have to cut a corner when they don't know any better. But if they actually stuck to what is right, they would fare better, way better than trying to cut corners. You know, so I use an example. This might sound odd, but I use that as an example. A thief may go in the store to steal a candy bar. Let's say a candy bar costs $1. But that same thief, if he got a job in that same store, he could buy all the candy bars he wants. See, to me, that's a simple format. There's no reason to cheat. There's no reason to steal. Just do it the right way. Then you will get a lot further. A bank robber goes in the bank and robs the bank for $10,000. Get caught, go to jail, and go to jail for 14 years. But look, how long would it have taken him if he got a job to make that $10,000 he stole from the bank? See, he'd have made that in a year, but he's getting ready to spend 14 years in jail. See, that doesn't even make any sense. If he'd have done it right the first time, he would have never went to jail. See, that's what I'm saying. The politicians that do all this crooked stuff, they actually could do it right the first time and fare a lot better. But because whatever aspect they want, greed or whatever, they end up doing things evil or ungodly and then have to suffer the consequences. But they could have actually made that money if they'd have worked or if they would have done something different. So that's what I mean. When setting that standard is just, and that's so simple concepts, so simple ideas that people don't have to do what they have to do. They can actually do it the right way and get a lot further. And that's why we come in with just common sense. Common sense is not like we're reinventing the wheel or it's rocket science. It's just common sense.
Sure. Some people say if your principle is something that a child can understand, like some religious, spiritual views, then it means it's on the right track. Exactly.
If a child can understand it, you can't go wrong.
Yeah,
and I agree wholeheartedly.
Excellent. Yeah, it sounds like your party is in that direction.
Yeah, so we want to, like I said, we want to make sure everybody that's a part of the Newsom Party is people who have good character, good characteristics. I'm not saying, like I said, people don't have to be a Christian. They don't have to do this, that. They just have to have the ability to know the difference between right and wrong and choose right over wrong. That's all I'm asking. I'm not asking them to reinvent the wheel or reinvent the world. I'm just saying make wiser choices, wiser decisions.
Certainly.
And I think that's what anybody would want. Ask the judges to be righteous judges, not crooked, not evil. That's all I'm asking. I'm pretty sure that's what everybody's looking for.
Sounds good. So for our audience who may want to unite with your party, how would they get in contact with you? Like I did through Facebook. Do you also have a website? How would they get in contact with you?
Yeah, either they can go to Facebook with Newsom Political Party or our website, newsomparty.net, newsomparty.net. So either one of those ways they can get in touch with us. And if they go to the website, they can just leave a message. And we answer the messages pretty regularly. Yeah. And so, like I said, we need those 10,000 signatures for Maryland to get the Newsom Party on the ballot, and then we want individuals to run a political office. And even if we don't get the 10,000 signatures, they can still let us know they want to run for office, and that'll just help advance our agenda a whole lot more.
Sure. Dr. Newsom, thank you kindly for coming on our podcast today and talking about your political party. We appreciate hearing about it, and I trust you will find the people you need for your party soon enough.
All right, Andrew, thank you. I appreciate the opportunity.
All right, we wish you all the best with your party and everything else you do in life.
All right, thank you. Take care.
Bye now.
All right, bye-bye.